It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the third team in 3 years for Wentz and the fourth starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wentz gonna throw. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 23. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Another run with Sanders. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good.
And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
In a draft day stunner, A.J. Brown was shipped from Tennessee to Philadelphia. He'd appeared to be the long-awaited answer for Tennessee at receiver, and now he can be that same long-awaited answer in Philadelphia. 2,000-yard seasons and 24 touchdowns in his first 3 years in the league. He gives Philly the type of wide receiver one the team hasn't had in almost a decade.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
A throw to the flat here for McKissick. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz over the middle, complete. It's Thomas.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Wentz to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Wentz to the sideline on fourth down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll go again with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game, because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hurts. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
He'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Wentz.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Play it to the whistle. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Wentz. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And this is going to wind up working out just fine, as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wentz to throw again. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Wentz going to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, it's Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing is Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Wentz again. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They run with Sanders off the option.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Hurts down to 1 knee, and that should just about do it.
So flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.